In this devlog, I'll be making some UI changes to the game, as well as adding some new content that goes with these UI changes. Ever since the start, I've been wanting to make most of the UI in the form of a book, as this will be the book that Tuck is writing. This book basically contains the adventure of Tuck itself. Let's get started with this right after the intro. Hey everyone, my name is Ken and welcome to another devlog about my roguelite game called Adventure of Tuck. Right here we have the map, and as you can see, even the paper doesn't really make any sense. It's not square. If you roll the little side flaps down, it's like a weird shape and nothing about it really makes sense. And the minimap is a part that I want to put in the book. So here is basically the book that I've made so far. It's a nice looking book with a couple of tabs. We have the minimap icon, the player icon, this will be the quest icon, the enemy icon and items icon. So you'll see the minimap will come in here, some statistics from Tuck. I will be adding quests later, which will make the game more exciting. A bit of background information about the monsters and items that I will be adding later on. Next to that, I have animated the book, so as you can see, you can go to the next page, and if I revert this, it will still look fine. So these are basically the animations that I will be using to navigate through the book. First of all, a thing I've added is the tooltips in the corner. They also get shown now in the form of a book, as you can see here in the bottom right. And I think this just adds a lot of personality to the game. Well, next up, I've already put a map inside of the book. This was of course a really easy job, and as you can see, I have removed a couple of these tabs, since the items, for example, are not a thing I have put in the game yet, so for now I won't showcase these. And the quests are also not in, but for now I'll put the tooltips in here. So I've added a couple of new things inside of the book. As you can see now, for example, I can open Tuck's statistics page, and now you can see a couple of statistics. Of course, this is placeholder. I'm still going to change a lot of this stuff. But I will be also like tracking stats like how many times you've rolled or how many enemies you've slain. As you can see, if I roll like twice now, it tells you that you've rolled twice. And with this I can like link this to certain achievements, and I think that will add a type of fun factor to the game. Next up, I've also added the tooltips. As you can see, the tooltips that pop up in the bottom right. Sometimes you don't have the time to read it in the middle of combat, so you can just open up your book and check the tooltip tab, and the latest one appear at the top. So we're back again, and I have actually added some monster information. As you can see here, you have all the monsters that I've added so far to the game in the forest area. And well, first of all, once you start playing the game, these will not pop up, of course. These will only pop up after you've slain the monster, but I haven't added that functionality yet. And I really want to showcase this part first. And you can basically click on a monster and it will show you some information, a little bit of the health, damage and speed, the enemy behavior, and a silly description that's written by Tuck himself. I think the description of Tuck is really fun to see, and I just think it adds so much. And it's incredibly fun to add more and more monsters with some funny background lore. As you can see, you can also just scroll to the next page, and then you see the blob, for example. I won't be showing you every page right now, because of course you can discover that for yourself if you want to end up playing the game. Well, this is all the progress that I've made since the last devlog about this UI. That's because I've been still extremely busy with my internship. I've had some deadlines with my end presentation, and I'm happy to announce that I've graduated. So of course I haven't been developing as much lately since I've just been kinda relaxing a bit, celebrating that I finally graduated. And now I'll have around a month off where I'll be working on my game a lot. There's a couple more things that I want to add with this book. For example, the dialogue with the NPCs. I also want this to be written inside of the book, so that's a thing I'll be adding between the devlogs. I won't make a separate video about that. But I think for the next devlog I do want to add a couple more abilities. Tuck will eventually have 4 abilities, basically 3 basic abilities and 1 ultimate ability. But for the next devlog I really want to finalize the last 3 abilities and finalize of course the stuff that I've been working on today, what's inside of the book. I want to add more functionality, so actually that when you slay the monster, only then it appears in your book. Well, that's enough for this devlog. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and liking it. I would really appreciate it a lot. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you in the next devlog.